So we're on live now. Hi everyone, this is Tracilyn. We're on take 2. I'm also known as VCAT Railroad Tracks. I was just talking to myself while I'm driving over here to God's Grace Food Pantry in Dayton. Uh-oh, hold on, right turn. There we go. I think we'll be all right. I'm on Little Richmond Road, and I'm just passing a school. I wonder if it's still in operation, because I'm always looking for new some locations to record music videos. Okay, so as I was saying, obviously I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I've been living out here since 2009, pretty regularly since 2010. And in 2014, I got my apartment. I came into a spot where I realized I should be reaching out to try to get some food in the area. I came across a list of places, actually, and one of them was God's Grace Food Pantry. They're kind of mobile, so they go, check this out. I like corners like this. Can you see it? Isn't that cool? I don't know who goes first. There we go. God's Grace Food Pantry. And let's see. Anyway, I went there once in Huber Heights, and now I'm heading out to, I think it's Brookville, Ohio. Kind of stumbled. Whoops, did you feel that bump? You didn't feel it. They ought to have sensitized video. So when you're driving and you hit a bump, like if you have the right setup at home, you can actually feel the bump with somebody. Let's see. So yeah, if you're in the local area and you're in need of food, you need assistance, know that it's a highly recommended place by myself. They have pretty good food, selection of food. And it's very kind. All you need is your driver's license, and a head count of your household. You get in line, they give you a little ticket, and then you go get in another line, and then they tell you how much of each items that you can get. It's a huge help, a lot. I'm very grateful it exists. I am turning left off Little Richmond Road. Here we go. I was looking forward to this because the other day when I was going down to Logan, Ohio, I pulled off a road to check out this little tiny side road that ended up leading me on quite the journey of a beautiful countryside with lots of hills and stuff. Right now I'm on flatland. See? Lots of cornfields and open highway. Check it out. We don't want that to go out the window. So anyway, when I always look for the location, see what's available at the time that I'm in need of food. And when I came across this one, I looked at it on Google. I could not believe all the country drive over, so I was really looking forward to that. It's probably about 10 miles. This is a side of Ohio I have not seen, or Dayton that I have not seen yet until tonight. I have been looking very forward to connecting with other people in general, but also girls in the community that would like to get together to do some activities in the local Dayton City area. If you would be interested and you come across this video, know that you can feel comfortable to contact me. You can email me at tracilyn21@gmail.com, or you can message me here on Facebook. And if you remind me to keep it quiet, it'll be our secret. I like to kind of be open with my life, and some people are comfortable with that, and some people are not. If you're ever with me, and for whatever reason I start taking pictures, or I start doing like a video, I might do like a live stream once in a while. I don't do that many of them. This is something I wanted to experiment with, and then all you have to do is let me know that you prefer not, and I will respect that. It's a beautiful day out. The sky's gray. Can you see it? In my sunroof. Almost missed my turn. Here we go. Ah, farm tractor. Check it out. Can you see it? I like farm tractors a lot. Uh-oh. You got a scene up front here. Let me see. I would like to go see, I missed some of the fireworks over the last few years because I was staying busy on my music project. I had a 50-song music or song project that I've been working on specifically since 2010, but I really engaged into it after the songwriting, of course, in 2012. In 2014, once I finally got an apartment and some resources, been giving myself therapy by staying true to what it is that I really desire to do, which is my music. Maybe you're watching this, or you will watch this, and you will be interested. You can go onto my website at tracilyn.com, and you can download free music from here. If you put tracilyn.com/mp3, you can download them. No fee for you. And let's see. Anyway, I have not given myself, because I was really going through a challenging time mentally, and staying committed to my music and videos and stuff, I did not offer the other side of life to myself, which is to enjoy various activities that are already going on here in the city. So what I'm saying is I know tomorrow, July 3rd, they are going to be having a fireworks display in town at 10 o'clock at night. If for whatever reason you would like to meet with me, please contact me. You can also call me. I don't mind, you know, especially if you're one of the girls in the community that would like to connect with anybody in general. If you just want to have fun and hang out, I like to walk around town. Fireworks, I remembered in 2009, I think it was, I got to see them there by the river. They're absolutely gorgeous. They have like waterfalls that shoot up like sprays of water. It's absolutely gorgeous. And they have lights there, music, and of course they do the fireworks. And they're pretty good. I would highly recommend them. Let's see. So, I might not be talking that much. I'm kind of trying to enjoy the scenery of where it is I'm going, because I'm always on the lookout for set locations. Set locations. Kind of like this. It's a graveyard, but the building there is pretty artistic. Interesting. Whoa, there's a puppy dog alongside the road. All I can do is kind of describe to you what's going on. For now, I ought to have cameras on the outside. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Pretty flowers. Cornfield. Feet. Need to clean the toenails. I love to take drives like this during the day, the top open. It's relaxing therapy for myself. I see that there's some very interesting roads. I'm along Route 35 right now, and it looks like there's some pretty interesting roads to explore. I'm always looking for other people who like to take casual drives. I would enjoy that very much. There's like a tree farm for Christmas. Whoa. Lots of Christmas trees. So outside of that, I have not been doing a whole lot more than working on my music and sharing my life story. I started sharing my life story shortly after I started my 50-song project in 2012. So that would be like 2013. I actually went back to Lebanon, Pennsylvania, where I was born and raised. Lived there most of my life before coming out here in 2009. Actually, that's when I surrendered my apartment. Back in, I think it was around February, March, if I'm not mistaken, 2009. And I shared my whole life story ever since I was born. And let me tell you, if you have never done that, and you're going through a lot mentally, maybe you suffer from a serious case of depression, then know that whether, oh, look at this cute little kid. I love Amish and Mennonite children, they just. When I was first born, I lived in Waterworks, Pennsylvania, and all my neighbors were Amish and Mennonite. Those were kind of the friends that I had when I grew up, when I first was born, until I was about 3, a little past that. I really have a strong appreciation for people who love God, very much so, love to worship. And that's what I was getting at with my life story. So anyway, I shared all of that, and I don't like to repeat it. One thing that I wanted to point out is that it has been extremely therapeutic, helping myself to figure things out, the details. And recently I decided to do a mini type series of the last decade of catching up. That's what originally my life story was called, the catch-up series. Things get all sloppy when you're eating, like when you're a little kid. So I went back to the very beginning, and you can find that on YouTube, hopefully, if they're not blocking it, at Tracilyn Messages. If you type that in, my life story's there. I'm not sure if it's posted on with my website or not. It might be on the About page for Facebook. I kind of open up my heart and explain things that the challenges I was facing mentally, in relationships, my heart's desires of things that I was hoping to do, things that were actually happening in the process of it. And it helped me to realize a lot of those passions are still very much alive. You know, looking to connect with other girls or other people in general. Specifically in the music realms, it's becoming more clear of how I want to use my musical talents. And, you know, the kind of venues that I really want to play. So, I do need, if I stay living where I am, I'm thinking about relocating. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out yet. But, before I would get other musicians together and stuff to play live shows, I would absolutely need a rehearsal spot. And with a rehearsal spot, obviously a sound system, and whatever means are necessary to get it going. Let's see. I don't know where we're entering in now, what town. I see a McDonald's. Hi, McDonald's. Little shopping center. And we're coming up on a red light. Something that I found very, very interesting when I first came out here is it's exciting when you lived around the same area most of your life. Even though I traveled around the country and everything, it was the first time I kind of got situated in another location long enough to really comprehend and evaluate where it was that I am. And the thing, what I'm getting at is the names of various stores, like mini stores or gas stations. It's quite interesting because how it's amazing how refreshingly different it is when you live somewhere. I'm in New Lebanon. I was just talking about that. Check it out. On a water tower. A nice little apartment complex. So here's the thing. What I'm getting at is I was somewhere for nearly 40 years. And with that being said, it's kind of like you get a mental block. I would describe it kind of like a mental block, and it's a little bit more challenging to see things as clearly as you can, or you're able to, when you get the opportunity to pull yourself out of that and reevaluate your whole life. If you're at a safe place, you can reevaluate everything. It has been very, very therapeutic. Very beneficial. Let's see. More fuel. Whoops. Slow down. Lots of American flags out here for the 4th of July celebration. And now we're getting ready to turn on North Johnsonville, Brookville Road. I wonder if they actually have an app where, like, if you clicked it, like, people could actually see where you're driving at and stuff. I guess in some sense that might not be so good. But in another sense, it might be okay. We hope for the best. Uh-oh, guess what? I missed my turn. Now we gotta turn around. That's what my GPS is telling me. Turn around. Uh-oh. It's not a road either. Hold on tight. Oh, it's so beautiful out here. There we go. We're gonna turn around this guy's parking lot. Hopefully he does not yell at us. Hold on. Look at that. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Check it out. I'm in New Lebanon. Welcome to New Lebanon. A caring and sharing community. And there's lots of cornfields. Hold on a minute. Here. Mowing his grass. Okay, left turn, Clyde. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's nice. It's an old state road. Check it out. See? Maybe if you live live in the Dayton, Ohio area, in the city, where we get together and go stand in line and pick up some food together. Alright, I'm about ready. I'm going to probably turn this off after I get here. I got about another mile to go yet. But I just wanted to touch base in trying and attempting to live stream. It didn't start off too good because the camera wasn't even on, so that's very helpful. Maybe you could give me some tips. I would appreciate it. You can leave a comment or two down below. More cornfields. When I was a little kid, I used to like running through cornfields. And as I got older, I used to like laying out in cornfields. Get rid of that farmer's field. It's gorgeous back there. I love it. So with the video series, I think I'm up to like 2009, getting ready to, I just got done with that. Getting ready to start on 2010 when I lived over at Huber Heights. I want to talk about my home life and of course when I started seeking out employment. I am here at Plainview. I don't want to put the camera on in everyone's face. I'm going to park over here by the cornfield. I like it. I like it a lot. I knew I would love it. So come here and check it out with me. So, I'm out here, is it Brookville that I said? God's Grace Mobile Pantry. And I guess they have several different on-site locations that they go to. And then they help disperse food. They make food available for us. And wait in line, gather up what they say we can have, and then we can eat another week. Thank you, God's Grace, for that. And you get a beautiful scenic drive that goes along with it. Probably should take my keys with too. I'm barefoot. See? There we go. And I'm walking in the grass. And the reason is because I saw this beautiful view over here of the cornfields. And when you mix it with the beautiful sky that's right now, it's kind of like a gray blue. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there's pretty flowers, pretty flowers, pretty flowers, pretty flowers over here. They're not flowers. What are they? Do you know? What are these things called? Do you know what they're called? They're pretty. They're very pretty. I like to go play a little hide and seek in the cornfield. See if you can find me. Don't tell anybody about this. I'm going to give you something that we did years ago, and I do not recommend it. When my mom used to take us out driving in the country, farmers, this was not in Ohio. Please don't be mad. I'm not encouraging anyone to do this. But we, of course, grew up around farmers, and we knew the difference between feed corn that was specifically grown for the farm animals And then you had people corn for the family and the local markets. Well, when we used to drive up in the mountains, and it was just about the right time of year, which I think is later on yet, closer to October, somewhere in there, right? Harvest season. We would sneak out with our bags. I'm sorry, farmer. I hope you forgive me and my mother and his children. Maybe someday I'll get to make it right. I wouldn't recommend it anymore, and unless we ask their permission. How about my mom asked their permission before we went there? How's that? And we used to fill up our bags with some corn, and when we would go back to the house like that week, we'd have a celebration feast. We had the farmer's permission, right? His blessing. In fact, when we went back there the next time, there was a sign in the field that said, "Take only what you're willing to eat." I like that. It's really nice out here. It's quiet. See the beautiful scenery? I like set locations like this. I call it set locations because I'm always looking for places to do my music videos. And when you're doing them outside, especially on someone's property, at times you can run into some challenges. I've only had like one or two. But I love doing outdoor photo shoots, and I love doing outdoor music videos when it's safe and it's not upsetting anyone. There's kids playing down on that swing, yelling at me. He's not yelling, he's crowing or something. Is he crowing? Is that an Indian call? Let's see. I want to see where this ends up going, and then I'll probably turn it off, and I might turn it back on again. We'll wait and see once we get inside. But look at this over here. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. It's peaceful and quiet. Besides the little child crowing back there. And a nice stone drive. All we need yet is a couple horses and we're good to go. I feel like I'm at home. I'd love to make a video here. Look at that. What if I get some of this in it? I wish I could see. Yeah. See the dirt road? With stone drive. And butterflies. When I was a little kid, I used to love to play in the stone driveways. My father's, and then when I would go to my grandparents and my great-grandmother too. I had a great-grandma. Do you have a great-grandma or great-grandparent? I knew people once that had a great-great-grandmother and grandfather. Can you imagine that? I used to have questions about that, you know. Like, why don't I have a great-great-grandfather? And if I did, what was he like? Did you ever do an ancestry study to find out your heritage? See where your family came from and why they came here? Wherever you are. My brother did that for me when I was a kid. I think I was a teenager, and he went out and he did research. I came from Germany. My ancestors came from Germany. So, and he had a list of names. He got like a whole huge list of names. I find it to be helpful in the area of knowing where you came from, your people, your bloodline, like where did it originate from, and what was their reasoning of coming here. Let's see. And of course, I love to watch fields like this because you can see little birds and butterflies flying around. It's very, very peaceful. Now look down this way. I'd love if I had my shoes on. I'm still barefoot. And I don't want to upset anybody. But I love to go down old dirt roads. I would love to make a music video here. Look at this. Look how picturesque that is. That's a postcard. It's a postcard. Maybe a background picture for like a poetry or something, a writing. An album cover even. It's really nice. I love the Midwest a lot. It's in my spirit. You know, I was kind of lost for a long time with, you know, I love big cities a lot. I like a lot of different scenery, but there's something that each scenery offers us, depending where we are. And I hear people down at the house, I don't want to upset them. Freeze! You know, with Cooter, or what was his name? Roscoe! You know. Do you like to role play? I do. I like to role play a lot. Imagine taking everything you've come to know as you grew up as a child, and now instead of playing with matchboxes, you're playing with other friends. Yeah, look at this. What do you think happened to that? Oh, that's horrible. Yuck. And you can role play with friends now with all the stuff that you consume through your life, you know. I love reenactments and stuff like Midwestern kind of movies. The salons, I love them. I love old farms like that. That doesn't look like it's like, it looks like it was well maintained. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. That's it. And if you want to walk with me, be on for a little bit. Let's see. Did I show the barn over here? Do you see that? Okay, as I move up here closer to the car, I am going to go offline, simply because I don't know if they would appreciate it or not, coming in with a cell phone. But here's the thing, check this out. It's very important for me to tell you, no matter where you are in America, if you are going through a hard time, whether you work or not, you feel that you're on kind of a very tight budget, and you're hungry, you need food. It took this a while for it to register in my head. Look online, Google online for local food pantries in your area. See, I was once thinking of the older food pantries that we used to go to, and maybe there's still some in existence, where you showed up at a building. It was more like a cannery. So then you would go inside, and then, you know, you would get everything a lot more affordable, I guess you could say, budgeted. kind of, some cans were dented. Some of the foods would have been an overstock at grocery stores that they offered. But with the food pantry, it's all donated. What do you think of that? Like, I don't know who donates it. Who do you think then that donates it? Maybe all kinds of people. Maybe farmers, other grocery stores in the area to help their local community. Isn't that nice? I think that's really, really kind. So even though I'm not a part of the food pantry at this time, my true desire is to stay focused on my music and occasionally sharing video updates. Know that in your area, all you got to do is type in food pantries in your city and state. And hopefully there's one close by. I found a list of them here in Dayton. And if you go online, sometimes people have a website. And maybe eventually I'll put that on my website, but a list of the ones that I really appreciate a lot for whatever reason. Each one has something to offer. I feel this one offers, I love a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff, and I really appreciate that a lot. For those who know, I am a struggling vegan, but I'm a vegetarian and I eat a little bit of meat. I like to treat myself once in a while. For reasons. Now, here's the thing, and that way, it's helpful to yourself. Don't ever have the mindset like it's not worth it or it only helps out a little bit. It actually, if you have the right mindset, you realize it's a huge help for yourself. Okay? So, don't be too prideful. It's actually an enjoyable experience if you have the right thoughts up top when you go. So, check this out. I'm very grateful to be here. I love it. So, I most certainly am a advocate for food pantries. If there isn't one in your area, maybe that's something that you might want to get started, you know. So I'm trying to get it closer to my home, like maybe once a month, and then I would like to see myself, you know, I told them that I would help out a little bit. But time will tell. I'm hoping to be very, very busy with my music project, which I'll be talking about more and more in my videos, because I'm realizing that I've invested a great deal of time sharing my entire life journey since, you know, October 19th, 1972. And I don't mind dipping into it once in a while, and occasionally you might, but I'm finally at the point where I really love to share all the fun things that we used to do and stay focused on the good times. So, all right, I love you. If you took time to watch any of this, know I'm very thankful. My name is Tracilyn. I also go by VCat. I have a website at tracilyn.com. Feel free to contact me, email me. Know that I would love to get together with other people. I'm going to be going to see the fireworks tomorrow night, if I can get even just one person to come along. If they don't want me on camera, I'll probably just videotape like the fireworks and that's it. Okay? So, love you all. Take care and wish me luck. I hope I get some really good food. Bye. Alright guys, I'm back. I got myself some good food. Basket's falling. I feel great. I feel really good. It's sunny out. Ta-da! So anyway, check this out. This is where we're at. Plainview Open Bible Church. There was a lot of very kind people here, and the pastor that's been here, he's actually from the Huber Heights area, which is where I stayed in 2010, which is where I'm getting ready to share my life story with you, if you want to listen to it. This was my number, so you take your driver's license in. And then you tell them, well, then they give you a number, a card number, and then they give you a sticky to put onto your dress. But I put it on my nose. Here we go. Anyway, I feel really good because I've been prayed for. I like to be prayed for. Do you like to pray? Dear Heavenly Father, how do you pray? How do you start off? Lord mercy, I need some what? I need you now. Is that how you pray? I'd like to see a video of how you like to pray. I think that would be really neat if a whole bunch of people on YouTube or in video made a video of their self-praying. How do you like to pray? I pray this way. Well, it depends what mood I'm in, Tracilyn. Sometimes I pray like this. Did you ever tell God how you really feel about things? I have been notorious for knowing to do it. Supposedly God's a big God and can take it, right? So anyway, I'm really happy because I'm kind of getting that back into my life. Obviously, you heard my life story, and I mentioned I fell into agreement with other people's idea of God and their teachings. And then I started applying all their teachings into my life, and I never got results that we do want, which is healthy results. And long story short, I will explain that a little bit later on, but can I tell you for now, it feels good not to fall into agreement with anybody else's idea of God, except for what the Bible speaks into my heart. Which, have you ever noticed that a lot of people, when they talk about the heart, you're thinking this heart down here, the heart down here. You like that? Daddy, my heart. The heart down there. It's not the heart there. The heart is the center core of who we are in our minds. And believe it or not, it's kind of like we're a little tiny person inside a head, and in that head, our life, meaning who we are in here, is dependent on us making the right choices in favor of the life it desires. Oh, but if you do that, Tracilyn, then all of a sudden, we're selfish, and if we listen to a crazy preacher lady on television, she'll tell us to stop being concerned with herself and start loving other people, right? We're going to have a lot to learn if you listen to me. I am not the answers. Do not fall into agreement with me 100%, for I may just be a psychopath myself. Now, off of that subject, anyway, I have God, which it took me 44 years and how many teachers and going to how many church services before I realized what God is, even noted in the Holy Bible, which is Word. That's right, Word. For in the beginning God was Word, and Word, every word, was God. It's interesting, look it up. Go onto that Bible Gateway, and see what you can find on that. Nevertheless, check this out. How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way, you think I'm crazy. Toby, what are you doing out there? Is he still out there singing in a field? We got him beeping down here. Everywhere I go when I'm driving, this is what you do. I'll tell you what you do. You just pull over up here. People like that, honestly, they get on my nerves. So we're gonna pull over right now and just let them pass. Because they're obviously in a hurry. And when people like that are in a hurry and they're behind me, it kind of irritates, ruins the mood. Okay, so here we go. There goes the sheriff on my best behavior. Here's a library. So anyway, outside of all of that, my visit was very pleasurable. I got a lot of food. I mean, a lot, especially because I was one of the last in line. I was number 90. The last time that I was there in Huber Heights, I was like number 50 something. So I would recommend getting there early. If it starts at per se 6 o'clock in the evening, you might want to get there like an hour early and get in line. A little tip from Tracilyn. Now let's see. So anyway, I like to take off my shoes when I drive. Do you? I got my camera way down here. Where's your camera at? Alright, so anyway, you want to listen to some of my music? Look at the sun. I just started doing that a lot lately. Can you do that with your tongue? So what I'm getting at is, I thought that was really cool. A new pastor, a new church. I hope it turns out wonderful for him. I find it very attractive. I found out he is married. I find it very attractive when a man has a heart for God and he cares about the lives of other people. Especially when he's willing to take time to help out. He helps me carry my food out or push my basket. That's in my car. That was very helpful. I was very grateful because the ladies that were helping me at the tables ended up giving me a lot of additional food. And obviously I'm not going to be able to eat it all, so I told them that I live at a place where there's a lot of people that would appreciate the food. So I asked them if I could give it to them, and she said yes. So note this too, if you get there a little bit later at one of these food pantries, at least with this God's Grace Pantry, what ends up happening, oh, it smells good. I miss going camping a lot. I used to go camping at Knoebels Park, you know, and other places like that, like campgrounds. I really, really like that, and I miss it a lot. And just getting together with people, maybe taking the guitar at nighttime, sit around the campfire. Hopefully somebody sweet is there to flirt with. We won't tell no one. I love campfire. I can smell it, yeah. There's probably lots of people cooking out. But out here in the country, I'll put it this way, out here in the country, there's probably a lot of people that have like little fires or burn barrels, or they're burning trash. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So, here's a barn. I love barns. I love old buildings like that. So check this out. So I was very, very grateful, very kind. I actually took time to ask what's going on, if anything was going on in my life. They needed prayer for it, prayed for me. I also took my food, pushed it out to my car for me. And the ladies that were in line, obviously I just said, they gave me a lot of extra food. So if you get there a little bit later, you know, there's very kind people there that will help you out if you need it. If you have more than just yourself, like she told me before I left, she said if there's more people that you know that need assistance and only you can go to drive, what they're willing to, all I'd have to do is bring along a note. I think with what she said, you'd have to contact them for sure. But I think what she said, a note, and then just a photocopy of the ID and the name and their addresses and everything on it. So that way it can verify a person like on paper. So you can also be kind and write them in advance and let them know that you're going to do it, and then they would just tell you exactly what needed to be done. So for anybody else out there, you might only have one car and there's like 3 or 4 different people that you know, or households that you know, and they need food. There you go. And they have a great selection. I noticed they had some stuff from like Dorothy's Market. So like bakery products and stuff that they have there. Stuff out of their bakery, like cakes, pies. I mean, there's a lot of very kind people out here, obviously, that they have connected with. They also, I thought it was really nice, this one was indoors at the gymnasium. You know, sometimes the one I went to in Huber Heights was outside. So the one that it was indoors today in a gymnasium, there was little basketballs up in the rafters. It was stuck there. Maybe somebody could be really nice and help them get them down for the kids. You think? Mr. GLT lift? Mr. GLT lift driver? Operator? Would you help the children get their basketballs and soccer balls down from the rafters? I'm sorry, Mr. GLT person. I didn't want to, you know, upset anyone. We were playing and they ended up there, right? That's what the children are thinking, probably. There's a church. So, yeah, if you're going through some challenging times, you can go and receive prayer, you know, put in a prayer request, somebody will pray for you, or a bunch of people will if you ever like to hold hands and form like a circle, and then people just, or some leader takes off and prays, and feel free to jump in. Look at this. Wow. That's a little tiny hotel. Did you see it? We ought to stop there someday. I think it had 5 rooms in it. Let's go see that quick. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm live streaming, so like this is unedited, and I got to tell you, I know some people might think, you know, well, you're no real like video V-blogger. Is that it? No, like some of these other V-bloggers I saw. And I just want to tell you that's not what I'm about, okay? My goal is not to impress people this way. I really love my music, and I've learned in life impressing people is not necessarily for me. I kind of do that naturally. I'm only looking for a select few. Mama told me if you catch the right fish, Tracilyn, you don't need many. I'm going to take my mama's words. So I just do the best I can. I'm looking for people that appreciate something maybe a little different. Myself. How's that? Myself. Did I mention I like to take my shoes off when I drive? Please, officer, if you know about this, I'm sorry. It's so comfortable. It's very comfortable. In fact, I have ideas for people who like to drive like that. You know, new pedals and gas pedals and stuff. Make the ride much more enjoyable. It's comfortable, look. Okay, I'll put them back on. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Oh, I don't want to get yelled at. Look. It has a vacancy sign. Let's go up here and just ask what their rates are really quick. This little hotel. It's like something you'd see in a scary movie. I didn't see. There's no trespassing, so I can't go back there. Let's see what the rates are. Man, I've never seen anything like this, and I traveled all over the United States. Ouch, ouch. I've seen a lot of other things. Here we go. I'd like to do a video like this in an old bank. Hello? Hi. I'm just stopping by to see if what the rates are for a room here.
32.
$32? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. It's a nice hotel, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yes. $32. Kind of reminded me of something that, I don't know. When I got in there and I saw the bars, I started thinking it would be great for a video with my music. I love old westerns a lot. So, you know, I'm looking to do more videos. I'm also, for my music, music projects, I'm looking for other people that would be interested in partaking in my music videos. If you do any kind of acting and you wouldn't mind being on camera with a transsexual female, you know, I wouldn't want to mess up your if you have an image that you're really concerned about, you might want to stay away from people like me. At least me anyway. But if you're comfortable with your image, and you're alright to be around transsexuals, females, with personality disorders, you can contact me. I'm always looking for actors and actresses to work with. Actually, to this day, can I be honest with you, I have not really worked with one person yet. As far as doing my recent recordings. But anyway, here we go, and Tracilyn is really excited. I just got some food. I'm talking on live stream. I don't really know what to say except for I love you. That's what I say. I've been watching some cute little girls on my YouTube, not my YouTube channel, but on YouTube. And it's absolutely been very therapeutic for me mentally. I love children very much. I had mentioned before that I do have a son that I have not seen since he was like 8 months old. I hope someday he'll give me the opportunity to meet him and talk with him. Also, I wish I could have been in his life, but I wish that there were more children that I could share my life with. So, I seen that they have big sisters and brothers in Dayton, Ohio. So isn't that nice? But I don't know how they are as far as, you know, dealing with people like myself. We're gonna have to find out someday. I'm really trying to stay focused on my music. I want to do music. I love my music. 20 minutes and 3 seconds. Not a red light. Getting ready to turn left on Highway 49, Norfolk Avenue. And when I get home, I'm going to obviously put all of my food away where it belongs, and I'm going to take a bunch of the boxes of the fruits that I got, like mangoes, and I'm going to give them to some of the residents. It's not enough for everybody, and not everyone in the whole wide world, but there be some there. First come, first serve. It's yours. That's it. So that's really nice. I like to give to people when, you know, when blessings come to me, or, you know, money comes to me, I like to share with others. When times are very challenging, right? You know, how are you with that? When times are very challenging and you don't really have much to offer because you're barely getting by yourself, you're less adamant probably to share it, right? Are you one of those people that will give away your last bag of grapes if you haven't? okay, well, they're gonna spoil anyway. Here, eat this. So whenever I go, they do offer, you know, lots of bread and stuff. I'll have to pay attention to that, and I'll start asking, because I like to bring back food to my apartment building that I live in if I know that somebody's going to eat it. You know, I don't want to see it get wasted. I try to do good with that. If there's something that I'm not going to eat for whatever reason, what I would do is I would pay attention to different people that I know appreciate and are in need, and I'll offer them the food that I necessarily, like, I wouldn't eat. Sometimes it's meat products. I'll keep a little bit of meat for myself, like I did recently with the chicken breast. There's some meat products that I won't. I love to have fruits and vegetables, especially salads. You know, I'm a big spinach when it comes to salad. I love to juice a lot, especially in the morning. I say this in my videos. I love a banana drink with rice milk or almond milk, non-dairy products, and I'll put a little bit of peanut butter in it. Peanut butter in it. Can we put some peanut butter in it? And then here we go. Little Richmond Road. Look at these lights. I don't know if this is a bridge or not. It kind of looks like the bridge. Did you ever cross over, if you travel, did you ever go over there by, how's my hair? How's my hair? It's a mess. I'm driving with the sunroof open. See? See me, see me. Check this out. Look. Look at the lights. See the pretty lights? See the pretty lights? That's some pretty lights. We're gonna get our speed up here a little bit. I'm not gonna let this one pass me, okay? Nitrous button now! Did you ever drive in a car with nitrous? How do I do it? Which button do I push? This one. I push this one. But I just push your button. So take out the water. I love water. I love to go to, I only went to the lake a few times. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Say it. Say it like you mean it. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that's not, I have to remember where that is. I love to put on my swimsuit, my bikini, and grab some sun by the water. I love it. I'm always looking for girlfriends to hang out in their swimsuits. You know, whether it's by the swimming pool. I appreciate fresh water. But, you know, we got a lot of muddy water out here. Lots of muddy water. So we can go to the river. We can go to the lake. I love the lakes. A lot. Can I tell you a secret? I love the lakes a lot. What do you like to do when you're in the water? Are you a swimmer? If you swim, do you swim underwater? Not me, I've got to hold my breath. Pinch your nose. Not me. Let's see. Do you like to swim on your belly? Take big strokes? Do you like to swim? I used to like swimming like the doggy paddle. Do you know how to do a doggy paddle? Why don't you do me a favor and make a video of yourself doing the doggy paddle? I remember when I learned how to do the backstroke. Do you know how to swim on your back? It's quite challenging, isn't it? When I was younger, my one sister, my older sister, she used to love to swim. So she went to the local YMCA, and it wasn't for me though. I was always the one that would cry at the end of the swimming pool when I was little. I would cry and ask my mom to pick me up. I didn't want to go in the swimming pool by myself. Nobody's behind me. Oh, look at this. It's a nice paved road. Look at that. Thank you, Ohio. Look at this. Oh, can I say something without upsetting somebody? It's about time. These roadways out here, some of them are absolutely hideous. How do you feel about that, driving your car down a road and it feels like it's going to vibrate and fall apart? Well, ever since I came out here to Ohio in 2009, I realized that a lot of these roadways, not all of them, but a lot of the roadways are horrible. And I gotta be honest, can I be honest with you? Piss me the fuck off. Why is that? Well, I got a lot of stories for you to do with that. But it really upset me. So just seeing that back there felt good. It felt real good for once on my ass to drive down the street on a comfortable road like that instead of hearing my car feel like it's gonna fall into pieces. You know, sometimes I feel like I should be sending a bill to the local counties or the state of Ohio to buy me a brand new car. We got a guy in a Cadillac now who's really upset, blowing his light. I'm going a little slow right now. So anyway, we're up here by the McDonald's, and Tracilyn is getting ready to pull in at home. So I just want to let you know, it felt good to ride on that road. Here, hold on a minute. You can hear the road that I live on. You want to hear my car rattle? This pissed me off. I have to deal with this for the last 4 years because the city of Ohio doesn't want to fucking take care of its roads. Okay? I don't know what the deal is. Is it a budget problem? Do you think it's a budget problem? It fucking pisses me off. I have to ride over this all the time. This is good-hearted Tracilyn, who is sick of it. You know why? Because I was energized and I really wanted... Look at this road. You know? Welcome to Dayton. I hope they do something about it because I'm fucking sick of driving over it. Okay? And let me tell you something. This is somebody who has a serious personality personality disorder. I can go from being extremely nice to the opposite. I don't appreciate that at all. My car is pretty much all the car I have, and to have to drive on roads that make it rattle like that. My shifter cable came off the other day. Now, I'm not blaming that happened because of that, but when you're riding over these roads and you hear your car rattling, does it upset you? Why don't people that it upsets start filing complaints with the city and the county and the township and the state and start questioning the people in the city council and then political positions? Why aren't you taking care of this shit now? There's plenty of work out here. I could take you on a tour of the city and show you plenty of places that there's plenty of work. See, people who have reached out and cried and nearly almost died many times don't like when people keep saying there's no work for you when they realize in time that there's work everywhere you fucking look. We're gonna stay busy on our music. Anyway, I'm at home. I'm excited. Guess what? Tracilyn will be nice 1 second and then she'll point some things out for you later. We're going to talk about this in video. We're on 2010. 2010, and we're getting ready to go through 8 years of my life. I'm finally coming to a healing. I'm here to tell you that a lot of my life got messed up merely because lack of emotional support, lack of compassion, lack of the fruits of the Spirit, and let me tell you something, lack of what? Concern for the United States citizens by people who consider themselves to be in a position of leadership. They shouldn't be in that position if they don't care about us. Right. So anyway, I'm looking to get together with people tomorrow to go to the 4th of July fireworks in Dayton. Let me tell you something. Forget about the roadway for now. They are absolutely gorgeous. The river is beautiful. The water. The lights. I don't know if they have music or not. 10 o'clock at night. I would love to be there with somebody. So if you're interested in going, you see this video, before I turn it off, contact me, tracilyn21@gmail.com, or you can call me off my website, tracilyn.com, or send me a message on Facebook. Know that I am a very friendly person. I will respect if you want me to. If you're one of the girls in the community and you just want to get dressed up and you want to come out and have fun, I feel that you can feel very safe with me and we'd have fun. So if not this time and you come across the video, know that I would really appreciate we could get together and maybe do something. We could probably both use it. And if you need food, check out the local food pantries in the city you live in, or visiting. You know, I wish I would have known about that even when I was on the road traveling and I was homeless, because there's plenty of places that I'm sure I could have went to get additional assistance and connected with other people. So if you're out there and you're alone, you're hungry, don't let yourself starve. Call up the local churches. Be firm, be strong. Okay? Tell them it's times like this you need to receive love by people who call themselves Christians, followers, Christ believers. Okay? Put the pressure on the local churches. Okay? Out here, it doesn't seem like there has to be too much pressure. They're pretty giving. Here's some food, kid. I heard you're hungry. I am hungry, and I'm very thankful. Thank you, God's grace. Love you guys. Take care. He's still working on me to make me what I ought to be. It took him just a week to make the moon and the stars, the sun and the earth and Jupiter and Mars. How loving and patient he must be. He's still working on me. There really ought to be a sign upon my heart. Don't judge yet, there's an unfinished part. Was that it? But I'll be patient according to his plan. He's the what? He is the what? Potter and I'm the clay. My uncle used to be a bass singer in a quartet. That was one of my favorite songs. Maybe someday I'll redo it with people who love music like that. Okay, goodbye. Enjoy the day. We gotta close the sunroof now. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.